Our favorite congressman from Congressional District 14, Eric Swalwell, is right here with us in Pleasanton with none other than Senator Ruben and with Joe Johal, He has always been hosting Eric Swalwell from many, many years. Punjabi community and Indian American community has had great support for him and from him for many, many years. And thank you, Senator Ruben, for joining Eric's campaign all the way from Arizona.
Yeah, thank you.
So, how's the feel this evening?
Great, and Ruben's my best friend, and he and I have been in many fights together, and I wanted to just show off to our constituents that although he is in another state, they have an ally in him on all the issues they care about, on affordability, standing up for our immigrant community, making sure we have a strong national defense. He's a service member. He not only talks it, he lives it. And so I just want to introduce Ruben to my constituents if they don't already know him, because he is not just the present, he's the future for our party.
That's wonderful. What's the best thing you like about Eric?
Well, look, Eric is a fighter like me, kind of grew up in the same situation. We didn't have life handed to us. We understand that we have to fight every day to make sure that everyday Americans have a chance to succeed, have a chance to American dream, and that we're here to fight for them. We have, each have 3 kids. We're trying to be good fathers. We want to make sure that they all have a good future.
And you want to say something about these both awesome and extraordinary people?
Absolutely. This is our 13th annual. We haven't... Even though the weather is really bad, I was trying to see if we can move it to a banquet hall, and our congressman said, "No way. We're gonna make it work," and we did. And Ruben, thank you, Senator, for being here. And I know everyone loves you out here, and we're looking forward to hearing your side.
Much appreciated.
So we've had the longest shutdown in the history of USA. 42 days, and we lost so much to it. 8 Dems even had their faith wavering to just make it get to an end. So what's your take on what we lost and what we could have done better?
Yeah, well, look, to me, everything is affordability and healthcare. I just lost my mother earlier this year.
So sorry to hear.
No, but I want to tell you that her fight is all of our fight to make sure that no matter who you are, what means you have, that we're a country that invests in cures, that kills cancer, not kills cancer research, and that makes sure that if you are sick, you're not going to the doctor when you're not going to the emergency room. You can have preventive care. So the fight about the shutdown was making sure people had affordable health care. That fight is not over. Ruben is leading it in the Senate, but health care is just so fundamental, and it has to be something that is accessible to everyone.
Well, I think the most important way to think about this is the fight's not over. This is just one portion of the battle. We have till December 15th to really make sure that Americans have affordable health insurance. And even if that fight does not end in success, we'll be able to take that fight to the Republicans and make sure that Americans understand who really took away that affordable health insurance and how that affected the rest of this country.
So I've heard a lot about the don't ask, don't tell policy that military has, and you being from the military background, how has that helped you in politics?
In the old don't ask, don't tell, as someone who advocated to allow LGBT people to come out and honestly serve their country, I think it's a really good example of courage when people are willing to serve their country and serve as truly who they are. And I'm glad that we get to learn from that community and how we can actually have selfless service for this country.
Mm-hmm. So last but not the least, since Thanksgiving is approaching, I would like for you to give to the viewers your Thanksgiving message.
Yeah, I'm so thankful to my own family and especially our community who shows such resilience. As you see at this event tonight, my district is the most diverse in California. 40% of my constituents were born outside of the United States, and we are enriched by that. We are not lesser because of that, as some people would have us believe. We are enriched, and so I'm just so grateful to them that we can come together during a season of thanks and just celebrate our diversity and what it means for opportunity here at home.
I'm thankful that I get to live in this country and that I get to continue to fight for this country to make sure it is the best country in the world.
I would also like to ask just one thing, because we see socialism winning in New York, with Mamdani coming to power. What's your take on extreme socialism? Are you on the extreme left?
No, I'll just say, I'll tell you, I believe in a strong floor and no ceiling. That if you work hard, you should be able to do better and dream bigger. Period.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good evening. We have the district attorney from the county of Alameda, Ursula, right here with us, and we just saw her wonderful, wonderful support at Congressman Eric Swalwell and Senator Ruben's wonderful event hosted by Joe Johal. It's a great evening. You know, we saw community in large numbers gather here and feel excited about continuity of these great leaders here in California and in Arizona, you know, represented at national level, you know, all through, you know, all the way from the state through the center. So what's your feel?
I feel like Eric Swalwell is ready to do what he always does. He's ready for the fight. And it's nice to have the community come out here and support him. I've known him for many, many years and watched him kind of grow in front of the camera and away from the camera. Very proud to see him here. Absolutely impressed with the folks that came out. Joe Johal is always a great host, but also just very nice to watch him here with everybody, all the support. And hopefully we see him do bigger and better.
Mm-hmm. So you are a new DA to this wonderful Alameda County, you know. What are the major challenges that you see in the county that you want to tap now?
I think the biggest piece for us is making sure that victims know that they have rights. I feel like over the last 3 years or so, they have felt like they've been forgotten and not heard. That does not happen under my administration. In addition to that, public safety is a human right, and we are pushing very hard to make sure that people know that. We support it, that our partnerships with law enforcement, people know, see, and realize that that is how we get crime solved and we get to a better, safer city and county for all of us.
How do you think the redistricting has helped the Democrats in making a better vote bank with the people here?
I mean, I think that remains to be seen. I think that we are absolutely working to make sure that we combat all of the craziness across the country. California is willing to put it out there for everybody, and we're all in the fight together, so it remains to be seen.
Any words from your side?
You know, I think on redistricting, I think the message should be we should be all trying to work more on coming together rather than dividing ourselves any more than we are already. I think that's the challenge we have that's been going on for probably a decade or two now. Unless we can all see and put the country up front and focus on what the things which are going to help our communities and where we live is going to make a biggest difference. So division has to be smaller. We got to come together. The DA, I'm looking forward to what she has done already in the last year or so since she's been in this position. It's been amazing, the changes we have seen since she's been appointed. We need to now make sure she stays there for another 40 years so we don't have any problems. Are you willing to do? No, maybe not 40, it's too long.
At least 12. We'll do 12. I can promise 12.
We'll do 12 at a time. You know, it's like I told Swalwell when he got in there, you know, that when we met with him and he was running against Pete, met with me and Nancy O'Malley. We met with him in Walnut Creek at Deuce Steakhouse. He said he's going to run against Pete. I said, Eric, you're out of your mind, you know. Let's wait till Pete retires. He's going to do it. He goes, no, I'm not going to wait. So that was the meeting we had. And look at now where he's at 12 years later. So.
Ladies and gentlemen, this was Joe Johal, the CEO of Wendy's, and someone who has had a vast experience in information technology, a guy with a solid background and a solid entrepreneur, supporting solid politicians from many, many years and making a great community support and leadership at all times. And not to forget that he represents APAPA on a national level. He is the APAPA's national chair, a great non-profit that has been supporting the communities from many, many years. You want to say a few lines about APAPA?
You know, first I want to say YoIndiaTV, the work you do for the community and the time you spend without really getting, you know, it's like your organization is like a nonprofit organization. I mean, I've never seen anyone like you showing up at all the events. And that's what makes me do what I do for the nonprofits, for the Asian Pacific American Public Affairs Organization. We have 50,000 members, 35 chapters. We need to grow that, and we are. And we need help from every person in the country. You don't have to be Asian, even though we have 25 million. We should be Americans, supporting each other and making sure we all do our part to make the country better than it was yesterday.
Thank you so much for your kind words, and looking forward to a better future when we are supporting great leaders. Keep watching YoIndiaTV, and let's vote for someone who is right and who will do the right things for you. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
I'm just so grateful to the community. We're the most diverse congressional district in the state, and we are enriched because of that diversity. We are not lesser because of it. And even as immigrant communities are threatened today, it's our strength and our unity that'll make us stronger and get us through this. So much thanks to that community, and it's an honor to be your representative.
Again, as I said, it's great to be a senator for this great country, and I look forward and I'm very happy I get to continue to make sure it's a great country for everyone.
Hello everyone, we have the Pleasanton Mayor Jack Walsh, and as you know, we just had a wonderful Halloween and Thanksgiving is approaching. People of Pleasanton are so very excited. The lights are already up, the streets are blowing with joy and laughter, and it's festivity in the air.
Yes.
And as we approach Christmas, it'll be growing and growing, and
Yes.
it's the culture, it's that season of the year that is approaching. So what's your message to everyone on the beautiful occasion of Thanksgiving?
Yeah, well, thank you very much. I will first start off that it's starting to feel like Diwali actually kicks off the season for
Yay,
me,
you got the
especially
point.
with the new holiday for California. So to all, happy Thanksgiving. Don't forget to shop local, because we do a shop local campaign, so we have those sales tax dollars. And as we slide into the rest of the holidays and the year end, be safe and enjoy the time with your family. Thank you.
Pleasanton is one of the safest cities, but Fremont is rated as the happiest city in the US of A. We didn't achieve that landmark, but I think people are happy with the safety levels and with the school ratings. We
Yes.
have everything 10 on 10 here, So Pleasanton rocks in its own way.
Yes.
What is it that you think makes Pleasanton stands out?
Oh, I think our location of Pleasanton is amazing. We're on the corner of obviously 580 and 680. We draw in the brain power from the Bay Area, and it's just an amazing community geographically. But we are focused on public safety. It is one of our primary concerns. We try to make sure that we're always fighting crime here. And when we look at the overall environment, we have the beautiful hills, lots of chances to recreate in one of our 46 parks, and it's just an amazing community partner with our school system.
Keep celebrating. Happy festive season. Merry Christmas. And thank you, Jack,
Thank
for
you.
being a great community
Oh,
leader.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a great holiday.
Hi everyone, we have the community leader Yogi Chok at Eric Swalwell's campaign for one more time. He's been supporting all the leaders that Indian Americans have loved in the Bay Area for many years, and we have seen you growing into the political space.
Yes.
How was this evening's event?
This evening, like every event, is a culmination of the fact that it's all about relationships. We don't always have to agree upon things, as Eric has a congressional district where he has to come back and focus on what it is. But as a part of the education, Jasleen, that's vital. Relationship building. Giving an opportunity for him to meet with the community, educate him on some of the issues is what I think is the most fundamental issue about the Indian American advocacy. We gotta continue to engage. This has always been one of my favorite events because we really have a diverse spectrum of our community attend, and it helps us build even larger coalitions which align with our values and our community's aspirations as well.
Wonderful, and Thanksgiving is approaching.
Yeah.
Indian Americans have started to do those Kirtan preparations already, thanking the Almighty for all the great gift of life and resources that we have had as Indian Americans. What's your message to all the viewers?
My message is this. We obviously came up of celebrating Diwali. Diwali is an opportunity to come back and, the idea of the triumph of evil, good over evil, right? And I think that Thanksgiving is yet one more opportunity for us to get our families together, to break bread, and to recognize that as a collective body of people, we have so much more that we can accomplish. And Thanksgiving is one of those rare chances where you can come back and break bread, have discussions with your family, and appreciate everything that America has to offer. This country is phenomenal. We just have to learn how to come back and break bread, have celebrations about the little things that make America such a great country.
Wonderful. Keep celebrating keep rocking.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you all for being here like you have been for the last 13 years. Congressman.
Tonight you get to meet my best friend in the world, Ruben Gallego.
Where are you in the line of courage? Are you going to stand with the many patriots that have graced this great country, that have decided to stand against autocracy, against bigotry, against dismay? Will you stand with people like Eric Swalwell, who believes in a better America that involves everybody we've seen here, from every walk of life, from every denomination, and I don't even know how many different Indian American sects? This man represents all of that. And so times are tough. You know, we just had this long 42, 43-day shutdown. That's right. You saw it. But it showed one thing, that the Democrats were willing to fight for everyday America. An America that is worried about that cost of health insurance just going up $100 or $200, or the fact that they just can't pay that rent bill anymore, or they can't even figure out how to buy that first house. Americans are finally realizing that the man in that White House who promised they would fight for everything for them is only fighting for himself and for his friends. And so now they're seeing it. They're seeing that Democrats are there in the fight, and that people and the leaders that are leading those fights are right here. It's all of you and it's people like Eric Swalwell. So keep the fight up.